Lachy Reid.
Lachy meet Michelle meet Lachy.
Hello, Michelle. I'm just noticing Red Bull, coffee, water. My goodness me, you're up and about.
I know, I'm on the go. I'm a woman with a lot to do.
There's a lot of energy on this side of the table. You got to, we want to go stroke for stroke here. We don't want to sort of,
No, fair enough.
We don't want to be one of those seesaws where the big kids on one side and the little kids on the other, Well, then the balance is all out.
Someone's going to get
what I mean?
hurt.
Fair enough, mate.
Yeah, analogy, mate.
Hey, big weekend of footy coming up for the West Coast Eagles. They head over to Melbourne to play at the MCG. Last time, Josh Kennedy will play at the MCG, which is something sort of memorable, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you want to,
Unless he plays for Melbourne next year.
Josh Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you hear that, Rose?
I didn't. But
Okay. I was going to go with it anyway. It'd be handy for him, no doubt about that. He could play on next year, but I don't think the mind is saying, and the body probably saying, time to give it away. So good luck to the Eagles. I think they're going to struggle. No Nick Nat-Nui.
No.
Jai Cully will make his debut, which is good.
Yeah.
Only 6 weeks after he got
He's the kid with the
drafted in the
dreadies, isn't he?
mid-season draft.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a cult figure maybe, a bit of a fan favourite, Jai
So
Cully.
one lot of dreadies go out, another lot of dreadies
Exactly
come in.
right.
Yeah.
The big game, though, is tomorrow night. The Dockers and Sydney will be calling the action. Tommy, how good's Tommy been?
Oh, he's been-
Had breakfast with Dan yesterday and very complimentary
Was he?
of Tommy.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
So
who's Dan?
Dennis Cometti.
Oh, Dan. I thought you said no. I thought I thought
quickly
you
they
said Dan as in Daniel.
No, fair enough.
I
Yeah,
would've-
Dan,
if I had
the
a
great
Dan,
man,
I would have
Dennis.
known.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But anyway,
Beautiful.
more important issues I want to talk
More
about.
important than pumping Tommy up.
Well, no, I've pumped Tommy
Yeah,
up.
fair
I
enough.
said Dennis has said that he's
Given him
fantastic.
He's ordained him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Luke Jackson scenario.
Right.
And I don't think people are sick of this, so I'm going to go with it
Okay,
anyway.
yeah,
Been
right.
doing a little bit of homework during the week, making some calls as we
Yes,
do.
yeah.
And I've found out that Blake Acres,
Yeah.
he's been offered a contract.
Like
okay,
at Fremantle?
at the Fremantle
Yeah,
Dockers.
yeah. He's had
Not
a great season.
Not a great contract.
Oh, really?
Not a great contract.
Even though he's had a very good year.
Griffin Logue, I think, been offered a contract over the last couple
hang
of
on.
weeks.
Not
Not
a great contract.
And Rory Lobb, we know, wants to head
Don't
east.
tell me not a great contract.
So the Fremantle Dockers, in my opinion,
Yeah.
are clearing the decks, my friends. They're just saying,
Space.
we need
Space.
to be getting rid of players so that, one, we can afford Luke Jackson,
Yeah.
and two, we can do a deal
Yeah.
that satisfies Melbourne. Because
Yes.
Melbourne don't want players. I'm told that they're not that interested in Griffin Logue or
Right.
Blake Acres.
Okay.
They would prefer to get picks in return for Luke Jackson, who is a star.
Yes.
21-year-old West
Yeah.
Aussie. Ruckman was
Yeah.
fantastic in the grand final. So they're clearing the decks, the Fremantle Dockers, to get those picks. And I think they might need up to 3 picks
Really? Okay.
to give to Melbourne
So-
to get Luke Jackson over here.
What about this scenario, though? Maybe just throw
Yep.
this into the mix. We know that Rory Lobb, despite the extra blonde hair, and he's been into Morris
Yes.
Mead again, apparently,
Has he
according
really?
to the rumour
Yeah.
mill.
Right,
He's doubled,
okay.
he's doubled
He's
right
doubled
up. He's a key forward now.
Yes.
29 goals this year, equal career best. He'll
Yep.
go past his career best. Luke Jackson, key forward. Could there be a swap
No.
and picks?
No,
Because
Melbourne
we-
aren't interested in
They don't
Rory
want Lobb, even
No.
though Lobb wants to go to Melbourne. He wants to be in
Yeah,
Melbourne.
I don't
His
think
girlfriend's
Melbourne
there,
are
right?
interested in Rory Lobb.
Right.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be picks that they'll have to satisfy, and they'll have to be first-round picks.
Okay.
And it might take 3 of them, which is similar to Tim Kelly and how West Coast got that deal done.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Fremantle giving up a lot, and I'm also thinking that Angus Brayshaw is also coming to the Fremantle Dockers
Okay.
as well.
Right,
So
get the brothers in together.
get the brothers
Smart.
together. So
Yep.
that's the footy news.
It's time to read the play.
That was good, Michelle.
Oh, I like
We don't get that with X-Man in the morning.
No.
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 I bet you
The
don't.
Open Championship, which is the British Open, but it's called the Open. It's
Okay.
golf.
Yes.
Michelle.
Thank
Tiger
you,
Woods.
sir.
Yeah,
I appreciate
just
that
making
wholly.
sure you're all sweet.
Yes. No, you haven't
Tiger
done
Woods,
so much.
he's 14 strokes off the pace at the moment. So
14.
he's 14
Yeah.
shots
Yeah.
behind the leader.
I know. I did the sports report earlier. Yeah.
Good. Well, I didn't need
But
to
if
say
he
that
makes
then.
if he makes up 5 shots around
Yes.
for the next 3 rounds, he'll be a shot in front and he'll win.
Exactly right, but he's got to make the cut first.
Well,
though.
that's
so
true,
that's
yeah.
his challenge.
They might need
but
10 of
anyway,
them in the
Minwoo
first.
Lee, who's a West Aussie as well,
Yeah, Michelle covered
he's
that.
sitting at 3 under. But the big story is the story that's come out of Lucas Herbert, who is a Australian golfer.
Yes.
And he played with Phil Mickelson
Yeah.
overnight. We know Phil Mickelson,
Yeah.
a bit of a
Yeah. What? Bit of a what?
Well, he's had a few troubles in his life. He's
right.
part of the
Who
Saudi
hasn't,
tour.
Lockie?
But anyway, he told this great story, Lucas Herbert, about as his 15-year-old when he was at the 2011 President's Cup, and he was carrying the scorecard around. You know those kids that carry the scorecard and it says Mickelson 3 under. All right.
Love it.
Yeah.
So he
Oh,
was
Michelle's
carrying the
got any idea.
scorecard, and
Go
at the end of the
I've
rounds.
seen Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah, okay.
At the end of the round in 2011, he asked Phil Mickelson for his autograph, and Phil Mickelson said,
Oh, don't
"No,
tell me.
here's the story."
On the final day of play, hanging about the US boys, and everyone was signing this hat that I had. And I was passing around to everyone. Everyone was great. Everyone signed it. They were awesome. And I asked Phil for an autograph, and he was the only one to deny me of this autograph. Wow. So I reminded Phil of this today. On the 15th tee, I reminded him that I hate him and have hated him for 11 years.
So they played together
wasn't joking
overnight.
then?
He was not
Is that
joking.
sincere?
He told Phil Mickelson that I hated him because he didn't sign his hat back as a 15-year-old. Phil Mickelson finished the round, so the two of them were playing together in the Open.
hands?
Phil Mickelson finished the round, shook hands, and then he walked off, got his card signed, had a drink of beer, and all of a sudden, back on his bag, Lucas Herbert's bag, was a glove signed by Phil Mickelson saying, "Hey, Lucas, I know it's taken 11 years, but here you go."
Nice.
And he signed the glove.
Nice.
So
I
that's
love
a
that.
When he
nice
said,
little
when he
story.
said I hated him, did he really mean I hated
He
him?
hated him.
I was just going to say I felt.
Do you think he still hated him before?
Yep.
You reckon?
Mate, he didn't
Yeah,
sign his all the
I
kids
know.
that
Can
you
I
haven't
just-
signed autographs for over the years, Baz, they hate you.
I've always
You've
signed.
crushed some hearts,
I reckon it needs to be said. Those stories sound shocking in isolation, right?
Yeah.
But often, I don't know why I'm getting into this, but often there are very, very strict rules around what the kids are
'cause
allowed
he was-
to do and what they're not
other
allowed
players
to do.
were
I know,
signing autographs.
I know, but I'll
They
put
signed
money
these
on.
hats.
I'll put money on those kids were told when they come into card-carrying school.
Don't.
You're not
approach-
allowed to ask the players for autographs, and the players know that you're not allowed to, and they will say no if you ask them.
I think Phil Mickelson was just a tosser.
I'm over your side. Yeah.
Hey, Lockie, well played, my friend. Luke Jackson to Freo. Will it happen or not?
Yes, it'll happen.
It will.
Yeah, I think
happen.
he wants to come home.
Wow, there you go. Good stuff. We'll hear you Saturday night. Big
yes,
game.
looking forward to it.